Greetings, and welcome to this workshop on using, reusing, and sharing educational resources. This workshop is a product of the partnership between the Sloan Consortium and MERLOT, which stands for Multimedia Educational Resources for Learning and Online Teaching. MERLOT is supported by institutional partners and members and a community of faculty, administrators, technologists, librarians, students, and anyone else interested in online teaching and learning. Open educational resources have become the focus of leaders seeking to implement change and reduce the cost of materials and textbooks for students and faculty on their campuses. So over the next week, you will become versed in OERs, develop the knowledge necessary to implement an OER solution on your campus or environment. My name is Dr. Tim Terrell, and I'll be your facilitator throughout the course of this workshop. I've been in higher education almost 30 years, and I started with academic technology by pushing AV carts up and down the hall of a small community college. I was an advocate for e-learning when telecourses were on the cutting edge, and I've always taken the position of looking over the horizon to determine the emerging trends and solutions and apply them on the campus level. And certainly open educational resources could be that trend now. I've been active in local, regional, and national level, and my current role as Director of Educational Partnerships and Planning for MERLOT allows me to continue to help institutions use instructional technology to enhance the teaching and learning experience on campus. Every quality course worth its salt features a special guest lecturer, and this workshop is no exception. Each unit contains a module presented by Dr. Phil Moss, and these modules provide an excellent summation of the content to enable you to understand the key concepts for each unit. Dr. Moss has served as the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs for the Oklahoma State Regions of Higher Education and currently has taken leave from his staff position at MERLOT to become Interim Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs for the Oklahoma State Regions. UNESCO defined Open Educational Resources, or OER, as digitized materials offered freely and openly for educators, students, and self-learners to use, and just as importantly, reuse for teaching, learning, and research. A recent survey identified several obstacles to implementing an OER solution on campus, including concerns for the longevity and quality of the learning materials, as well as issues surrounding persuading faculty to adopt someone else's work. Through the content of the workshop and the shared experience of others, you will gain an understanding of OERs to help prepare you for issues like these and enable you to integrate an open educational resource into your educational environment. I once had a graduate professor stress the importance of clear objectives by saying, you have to know where you're going so you'll know it when you get there. You'll know you've reached the end of this workshop when you are able to define and describe open educational resources, to identify and discuss a variety of OER organizations and collections, to be able to use the resources there to find OER materials and apply quality standards to them, and to apply the OER resources in order to help lower instructional costs at your institution. The workshop is structured to ensure you will meet all its objectives. On this slide, you see the requirements and the completion dates for each topic. The modules contain lesson presentations, relevant auxiliary materials, and a discussion question. We're all practitioners in e-learning and have perspectives and expertise that will be of value to the rest of the workshop participants. So I heartily encourage you to actively participate in these discussions and share your experience and expertise with all of us. As you can see, it is a compressed schedule over the next week, but certainly doable, and the pace will keep it fresh. You'll find that we demonstrate the instructional benefits of OER materials right away with a twist to the usual passe self-introduction assignment. I do think you will enjoy that activity. We have created a final assignment that will allow you to demonstrate mastery of OER concepts. This assignment is due at the conclusion of the workshop, and I strongly encourage you to wait until then to complete it so it will reflect your full understanding and mastery of the materials. However, we give it to you now so it can sit in the back of your mind and you can reflect on workshop materials as you go through the course through the lens of this application exercise. Here is my email. Please put Sloan OER Workshop in the subject heading so I may be able to prioritize it. I will do my best to respond within a few hours at most. And please do not hesitate to contact me to ask questions, get clarifications, or simply share your perspectives on a particular concept or point. We have completed the introductory module. I trust you will enjoy this workshop. I know you will have a better understanding of OER concepts and applications upon completing it, and I certainly believe you will have the motivation to incorporate OER into your academic environment. So with that, let the game